Hey guys, what's going on? This here is Dan, aka Evil Lip Smacker, and today checking out the ATOTO panoramic single camera parking system. I did an unboxing review a couple days ago. Today it's just kind of showing you the the fun I'm currently having. And of course this will be in little segments here, but as you can see, I've been going around this truck almost all day trying to find, what it is I'm looking for here, and find a good entry exit point for my camera cable. Now this is different than traditional camera systems, being that this does not have RCA ends on it. And of course they give you more than enough leading wire to actually run up to your reverse light should you so choose. Of course it depends on your vehicle, and I'm driving a 2008 Dodge Dakota SLT here, and it's crew cab, and there's my ATOTO system along with my camera up there. That's my dash cam. So obviously, as you can see, it's a four-door pickup, so the length is kind of long here. I'm hoping that this new way that I've got that will work will definitely help with the line and make it shorter. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do something here real quick, and I'll be right back. Alright, so anyways, did some shopping at Home Depot today. I'll explain. If you're running an external wire, and granted I understand that these are shielded and that they're supposed to be, weatherproof and everything else, but I live here in Ohio, so we end up with a lot of rain, snow, things of that nature. So if you can afford to, this was only $5 for some flex tubing. This is 10 feet. So hopefully, I know that a ½ inch is obviously a little thick here as far as a diameter of tubing, but the idea is going to be, and I'll show you, when I get up underneath of here, as you'll notice, and of course it may be a little hard and I apologize, but I've got the wire kind of going up in to the system there. Let me see if I can give you guys some light here. Let's see if I can get a light going on with this. No, it won't let me. That's all right. So anyways, right here is the hole, okay, and it leads back up into this little spot right inside the handling. So that's good, because all I got to do is just take this piece, give it a little notch in there, and then should be as easy as popping it right back down into place. Keeps it sealed, and of course you put the seal back on and everything else. You put everything back in place and you're good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start feeding this up into the rear. And it'll go to my back plate. And then I'll run it back down and along. So then that way I can attach the brake cable here. And then bring it back all the way to there. And then I'll of course use this tubing here, keep it covered underneath, going all the way to the back, and then that way as it comes up, it's perfectly sealed, nice and tight all the way around, leading up to the hole up underneath the truck. And then from here you can just straight run all the way back, and hopefully all the way up to the dash. So more to come. Okay, so before I finish this up here, I just want you guys to kind of see what I did. Allow me here to, let's see. So right now what I'm doing is I'm pushing, sorry about that, trying to push in the first coating of the tube, which is housing the thin of the wire basically, and this is just basically the first coat. So in other words, this is an outer this is the inner coat of the tube here, and this is the outer coat here. That's why it's much larger. So let me slide the rest of this on here real quick. Guys kind of have to bear with me as I move the camera around a little bit so that way I can finesse this. Not exactly a one-handed task, so to speak. It can be, but it takes a little bit longer to do it one-handed. But in the interest of this video, I have no problem showing you guys. So here we go. All right. Obviously, this is the end of it, which is fine because down here on this end, I have the same. So, oops, sorry. Thick end right there, thin end right here. Now, right now I've got the brake line on in there, but that's because I originally was fishing it through, found it a little hard, so decided to go ahead and do it the right way, which was to take off the outer coating and then go ahead and pull it the rest of the way through. So this is what you guys are looking at currently. And of course, there's the wire leading up into the truck and up through there. So let me start running this underneath and to the back, and I'll be right back with you guys in some time here. Alrighty, welcome back once again. Sorry about that. So let me show you what I'm looking at here. Okay, there you go. You see I got it ran, and I didn't have very many options trying to run it through. Now, of course, this isn't all tightened down yet. This is just where I've got it kind of sitting up at. I'm trying to get a look and see if maybe I need to reposition or maybe put some zip ties somewhere elsewhere to, you know, fully get it up, because the idea is going to be to hide it, hopefully, right behind there, just like that. That's the idea. And then, you know, bring it down and fish it up into the hole. But first things first, let's get this all ready to go by going on ahead and setting up this. We gotta undo the license plate and everything, and then we get the honor of putting in our bracket right there for the license plate. And then of course we got our camera. Yeah. So sorry about that. Progress. Yes. Now, of course, I don't think I'll be finishing this tonight. I'm already looking at, I think it's, my goodness, maybe 9 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock, something like that, Eastern time. So yeah, it's kind of late here, but nonetheless, I am determined to do this. So if nothing else, tonight we'll get the wiring in, and we'll at least get, you know, at least here going to the back finished and ready to go, and maybe even get this up to the dash, and then maybe I'll go ahead and pull out the stereo tonight so I can remove the wiring harness and do some soldering. So we'll see. But for right now, let's go back to the back and we'll get that done. So I'll be back with you in just a few minutes. Alright, so real quick update here. Got the camera on, and I stuck the bracket behind the license plate. I ran the wiring up through, and right now I got it out the back, and you can see the heat tubing sitting right there. See if I can maybe make this stand just for a moment. Oh, come on. Be nice to me today. Let's try it this way. Let's see if I can maybe use the camera here. Alrighty, so what you're looking at is the heat tubing, and what I'm about to do is I'm adding a little piece onto a torch I have here. And this is that piece, and what this is going to do, we're gonna fire this bad boy up. Just make sure we get a good enough heat setting here. And yeah, there we go. And let's see what we get. Come on now. Shrink it up. There we go. Now the reason why I'm doing this is because, like I said, I live in Ohio, and the one thing that we get a lot of, it seems like, is rain, and by God, more rain. So what we're going to do is we're going to seal up these ends, and we want to get them, yeah, there we go, a little bit more. Just a hair bit more. There we go. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick update and show you what was going on there. Obviously, like I said, I'm heat shrinking that due to the weathering here in Ohio. And once I've started to go ahead, and as you can see, it's already it's gotten dark around my area here, so let's go on ahead and get this all put back up in here for the moment, and I will be back with you guys once I have, well, actually I think what I'm going to do is I'll finish up this particular wire setup here, and I want to bring it from back here and go ahead and pull it and get that end up inside, and then I'll stop for the night, and then I'll come back out tomorrow and we'll continue on with this. So this review is not over yet, and I am not done, but we're getting close, doing this little by little here, so everybody bear with me as we go along. All right, be back tomorrow. All right, you guys, welcome back. So nice and dark out here. Give you a look. Got everything tucked up within. Running right on in there, and then comes out right here. Put the little plastic piece in there to make sure that, you know, it doesn't go nowhere. And then of course we're gonna slide this cable back underneath the trim. It's gonna go up, and then we'll go into there, and then we'll run it up to the dash. So real quick, since this is a fairly thick enough cord that I've got running here, sorry about all this stuff, guys, contractor, so kind of dirty. I'm just going to simply take, and I'm going to try to slide snap that into place. Now of course that's going to require some finesse on my end, because I'm going to have to, you know, pull this up and get this wire up underneath of here, and, you know, all this wonderful fun stuff. So let's see what we can do here. There we go. Look at that. Some progress. Now let's give this thing a good little pop in through here. Yeah, there we go. All right, so now we've got it in, and we've got it coming up underneath here. All we got to do now is just simply go through and let's pop this panel here. And just so you know, it's just tabs. So basically just kind of give her a little oomph, and she should open up for you. Now of course I haven't really did too much with my truck to you know, make it right, so to speak. I'm going to use my screwdriver here as just a little hold up, just so you guys can kind of get an idea here of what's going on. Now all I'm trying to do is just pop off this side panel. It should be one tab technically, and it's a good tab because it does not want to let me in, but we're going to get in one way or the other. All right, it's 2 tabs. There we go. All right. So now we got trim piece off in all of its glory. So as you can see here, there's a wire bundle. Now unfortunately, I can't really run into that, but I can, however, run with it. So we'll simply take and we'll just tuck our wire right up underneath there. Yeah, look at that. That's all coming together fairly nicely. Give me one minute here, guys. I'm sorry. It's hot. So right now we're at 10:15 at night. And I'm still out here working on this. I'll tell you, I must have lost my mind when I thought about this today, especially after taking care of everything else that needed to be dealt with. Alright, so now the trick is going to be simply getting the rest of our line here, which it looks like I am going to have more than enough, which is great. All I got to do now is we're going to just have to find a way to get her up in there, and then that way we can bring it back to the stereo there. And so I guess what I'll have to do, I definitely won't be able to do this tonight, but I'll need to pull out my system. I'm going to need to do some wire soldering for the box, and it looks like maybe I need to get out a fish reel, which is it's a steel line that's usually used for generally more or less home wiring. I like it because, you know, obviously, tape this in and pull it through. Now that's, of course, once I've fished it through here to find what I'm looking for to get it to come out there. I could probably get away with maybe, well, I don't know. It doesn't look like Dodge was too kind in wanting people to be able to, I guess, add on here for custom systems and, you know, things of that nature. So maybe might need to do a little finesse here, because I got another wire here that's already coming down, but this is just for an emergency lighting system, so then that way when I'm on call, you know, I can make sure people are taken care of here. That's my job. So let me just kind of run this back up in here where it was once at. I guess maybe after some time I had some friends in here and, you know, kind of came down a little bit. So I think tonight I'm going to put this at a hold, and tomorrow I'll come back out when I've got some light here, because obviously this isn't going to be enough. And I'll keep on recording in segments here for you guys, little by little, and I will show you the stereo once it's been pulled along with the wiring harness, and I'm gonna I'm going to make some modifications to this harness, being that I don't need these fuses here, because I'm going to strictly wire it straight into my system, into its wiring harness, and that's how I want it to be. So for tonight, what we've got going on here, slide my bumper cover back on. So I got the camera on in, and as you can see, nice bright camera. Got the line up in there. Now of course that's the lamp line here, that's this one. But what you, yeah, see, now that is the new one, because underneath this, and I'll pop this back off just momentarily to show you, I've got it zip tied within. That way it's tucked up underneath. That way when the water comes flashing out of the back, hopefully, I'm hoping that the wires stay clear. That's the trick. So alrighty, I will be back out here tomorrow to continue with this little adventure, and I will keep you guys posted. Later.